Is it cool if the instrumental is, like, very loud and weird?
Yeah. So you have a website, and I love the title of your website, violinscratches.com.
Yeah.
And on that, I noticed the disability survey. Do you mind talking about the genetic condition and what that survey is all about and what you're up to with it?
Yeah, well, I have a disability called osteogenesis imperfecta. It's brittle bones disease, and so before I was born, I broke a bunch of bones in utero, so my arms and legs kind of healed crooked, I guess, and so I used a wheelchair ever since I was like 2 years old. The next thing I want to do is write a book about kind of a memoir, but interweave ideas of living with a disability in America, but I didn't want to just give my viewpoint.
Mm-hmm.
And so I created a survey 3 years ago, I think, and it's just kind of ongoing. It's just so that I can, like, base what I'm saying on, like, a little bit more of a collective experience. So if you have a disability and you want to take it, my website's violinscratches.com, and you can click on the survey. People just have all these assumptions about disability and sexuality, but even though that's kind of disappointing or disheartening growing up as a kid, because you feel like, oh, I'll never find anyone, or I'm not desirable, all of a sudden, if you realize, well, actually, I'm fine the way I am, it's the standards that are really set up not to help people so much as to make people feel insecure so that they, like, buy cosmetics or enter into a weight loss plan or join a gym.
What gave you the courage to make your own way?
Well, actually, I do remember what it was. I had a friend from elementary school die of cancer pretty suddenly. He got sick, and then, like, 3 months later, he was gone. And I started thinking, like, you know how everyone says, what would you do on your last day of Earth? Well, you'd probably eat a ton of chocolate and, like, hug your loved ones. But what would you do on your last 5 years on Earth, right? Like, life is not going to last forever. And, like, do you really want to spend the years that you do have doing something you just aren't passionate about? The message of beauty in our culture is it's just a fake standard. I mean, really, it's set up for a reason, and that reason is to get people to buy stuff.
Right.
And so when you realize that the whole thing's kind of a scam anyways, then you can just be yourself. And it was a very freeing realization. And shortly after that, I actually ended up having my first boyfriend, and then eventually I met my husband. And you know, like, it hasn't been an issue for me since, because I just decided that I was fine with the way I was.